Shoshanah Shear of BeAHappyMom.com, the women's division of Chesed Ve'emet. And in this video, I wanted to share a couple of ideas of things that you can be doing in this unusual times that we're living in right now with the pandemic of the coronavirus. So the first task on our list, something really important, because although we're all in our homes because of the virus, we also are preparing for Pesach, which is coming up in just about 12 days. So the first thing that's so beneficial right at this time is cleaning for Pesach. Of course, we want to clean away the chametz, which means any of the leavened items that are in our homes, any of the crumbs that we might find. And you'll notice in the bookshelves behind me that they're coming a lot more organized, because since we have some time to be being at home, it's a very opportune time to be doing some extra cleaning. So I happen to be taking advantage of the time to dust all of our bookshelves to make sure that all the books are in the right order. They're looking a lot more organized. And often when we're very busy and we're reading a couple of books at the same time, we don't necessarily put the books down in quite, or put them back on the shelves in quite as methodical and a good manner as they should be. So we're getting more organized, which is a really good thing to do with our time. And of course, cleaning out the dust is good for our health. If any of you have any respiratory problems, less dust around is also of benefit. So get cleaning. That's wonderful. Another advantage, as you'll notice, becoming more organized makes your environment look a whole lot more organized, really. It's an obvious word to be using. So improve your environment. It helps you to be healthy. You can put on some nice music while you're listening, put on a Torah shiur, and putting on a Torah shiur leads us to the next task that you could be doing, which is to participate in some Torah learning. And if you'd like to learn with somebody or to join a group, we do have some shiurim on the go. You can join live and be in touch with us to receive the link to the Zoom room where you can be able to join us live for our shiurim. My husband is currently teaching Talmud, which he will be doing in a few hours. So if we can get this up in time, you can join for that shiur. We're doing at the moment Masechet Brachos. The next one that he has on the go is going through the book of Tanya, which is a book that's written by the first Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe. Then he also has Derech Hashem, the Way of God. And we have some other shiurim on his YouTube channel. I'll put a link to the channel in the show notes below. So do take a look at that and join in or listen to any of the shiurim. They all have a lot of value, a lot of benefit, tremendously thought-provoking ideas. He teaches from the text itself, so you'll be able to benefit from a lot of these books that you'll see behind me. And if you have a need to be learning in depth, whether you're wanting to improve your Hebrew skills and to learn what the letters are from the writing perspective, he teaches Sofrim, and you can find a playlist, list of, I think they're up to about 18 videos right now. My husband and his software teacher teaching all about the writing of the letters, a lot of information as to the progression of Sofrut through the various times from Moshe Rabbeinu. There have been certain changes. It's some really fascinating information. So if you speak Hebrew, take a look at those videos. I can put a link to that as well in the show notes. And if you're aware of the fact that Be a Happy Mom is the women's division of Chesed Ve'emet, and the word Chesed is Hebrew for kindness. So with that, let's get on to a project we're involved with at the moment. It comes with a little card, handmade card. We love to cut the edges so that they're looking a little bit more attractive. We get into a lot more detail with the cards. This one was a really quick one to put together. And it's going to the head nurse at Hadassah and Kerem's pediatric ward, We had the pleasure of meeting her just towards the end of January, and we've been working on a project towards that for some time now. Um, one of the one of the things that we're involved in that you'll see in our Creations from Jerusalem, our online store, is a number of handmade toys. We love to do educational toys, also toys that share a lot of love, of benefit for children. And this particular package, you'll see now a photograph of what the box is, and you'll see some lovely teddy bears. They're all hand knitted. They're hand knitted by my mother, who's a retired preschool teacher, and she also taught the first few years of junior school, of elementary school, and she really wanted to be able to give some children from disadvantaged homes or going through difficult times something special to hold on to, something to enjoy. Imaginative play is so important, making a connection with a toy when a child is going through a difficult time gives a lot of encouragement and a lot of strength to children on many levels and for many reasons. If you want to hear a bit more about that from a play therapy point of view, you can be in touch to learn more. But in the meantime, we're sending off this package which has 10 teddy bears in them, and they were knitted actually long before this virus became a problem. They're all packaged in these cellophane packages. They're hand knitted with a nice soft wool for the children, and stuffed with cotton, so they're perfectly washable. And the head nurse will be able, if she needs to wash them before giving them to the children. But the box is also a new box which we obtained prior to the virus. We had hoped to deliver them in person, but for various reasons we've changed our schedule because of all the restrictions taking place. And fortunately, there is a service here in Israel that comes to collect items that need to be delivered or shipped, and they're going to be collecting them from us in person and delivering them to the head nurse at the pediatric ward at Hadassah and Kerem. Of course, there are many children who could benefit from these kinds of items, and so we invite you to participate in this very fun project. We have just 10 teddy bears on the go. We had also somebody purchased 10 beanies for the premature babies at Hadassah and Kerem, and the nurse asked that we reduce some of the quantity of those, since the weather is starting to change. They don't need as many of these hand knitted beanies. They're going to be needing more of the cotton beanies. So we're exploring perhaps sewing some of the beanies instead of knitting them. But in the meantime, we'll be sending along these teddy bears. And I'd like to invite you that if you want to join in doing an act of kindness at this time, you can purchase a teddy bear or another gift from us, a handmade gift. It could go to one of the children in the hospital. Aside from Hadassah and Kerem, there are other hospitals here in Israel, and we could send to them as well. So we have these teddy bears. There are more of them if you want to participate. We also have other items like hand-knitted balls. We have catching cups, and those are wonderful for improving the coordination of children, and you'll find those in our online store. And a little video, I can put the link to the catching cup at the end of this video, so do take a look at that video about the catching cup. And if you're wanting to purchase one of those for your own children, it's a very fun task to do to improve your hand-eye coordination, and it's really good for any age. It's particularly good from, I would say, about 4 or 5 years old and up. Perhaps a 6-year-old more, depending on the coordination of a child. Some 4-year-olds might struggle with it still a little bit, but it's very good for calming. It's very good for spending one's time productively as children are needing to prepare themselves for doing any learning. And if you're interested in other tips or ideas of what you could be doing during this time while we're in our homes, do be in touch. You can contact me either by putting a comment at at the bottom in the comments after this video. So you can contact me also via my website, which you'll see a link coming up on beahappymom.com, and take a look at our online store as well, creationsfromjerusalem.com. We have some ideas of some other items that can help to give inspiration at this time. So if you're interested in some items or some creative things, do be in touch with us. We're happy to do another video. If you'd like some ideas of creative things that you could be doing at home, be in touch with that as well. And I'm also in the process of preparing a group webinar to do with women. If you're interested in joining that webinar, do send me a message and I'll be happy to send you a link to the Zoom room when it's taking place, with a couple of ideas of how to reduce stress and get a bit more productive during these strange times we're living in. And with that, I wish you to stay healthy, keep strong, get involved with the most important things at this time, which brings healing to the whole world really, is chesed ve'emet, kindness and truth, and the truth being, of course, the learning of Torah and involvement of not just the learning of Torah, but putting it into practice and doing mitzvahs as well. So I wish you everything of the best from Jerusalem, from the holy city of Jerusalem. Stay well, stay healthy, and do be in touch. And I'll see you in the next video.